Hello, Jake. Today we're going to explore narrative voice and perspective in literature.
Sounds intriguing, Emma. What exactly do you mean by narrative voice?
Great question. Narrative voice is the way a story is told. It reflects the personality of the narrator.
So, it could be first person or third person.
Exactly. In the first person point of view, the narrator is a character in the story.
Oh, I see. So, they use I or me when they narrate.
That's right. For example, I walked to the store. This makes the experience very personal.
And third person would be different?
Yes. Third person can be omniscient or limited. An omniscient narrator knows everything about all characters.
Got it. Like, she walked to the store thinking about her day, right?
Precisely. It gives us insight into her thoughts.
What about the unreliable narrator?
An unreliable narrator is someone who tells the story but might not give us the full truth.
So, their perspective could be biased?
Exactly. Readers must question their version of events.
That sounds challenging yet interesting.
It really is. Now, how about stream of consciousness?
I think I've heard of that. It's when thoughts flow together without much structure, right?
That's correct. It mimics our natural thought process.
Can you give an example?
Of course. It might look like this. I can't believe I'm late. Will they even notice? Oh, look, a bird.
That's really reflective of how we think, isn't it?
Absolutely. It can create a very immersive experience.
What styles do you prefer when you're reading?
I enjoy both first person for its intimacy and omniscient for its depth. How about you?
I like the unreliable narrator. It's like a puzzle.
Exactly. Piecing together what's true can be quite exciting.
And it encourages critical thinking too.
Absolutely. Great observation. So now let's move to our first explanation.
Sure. Can you outline the different points of view?
Of course. So, first person uses I or we. A limited third person might use he or she. And omniscient uses they, knowing everything.
Got it. What are some examples of these?
Sure. 1. I could feel the wind on my face. First person. 2. She felt nervous about the exam. Third person limited. 3. They all wondered who would win. Omniscient.
Those are clear examples.
Thank you. Now let's think about the reliable versus unreliable narrator.
Okay. I imagine a reliable narrator gives us the truth.
Exactly. An unreliable narrator might omit details or exaggerate events.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. I saw him take the money. Versus, I thought he took the money but maybe I was just tired.
That's a classic unreliable example.
Indeed. Now, about the stream of consciousness?
Right. How does that fit in with the narrative?
It immerses the reader in the character's mind, often without clear structure.
Oh, like how I sometimes think. Just a jumble of thoughts.
Exactly. Now let's discover some vocabulary.
I'm ready.
Okay. Our first word is first person. First person refers to a narrative perspective that uses I.
I see. Like, I went to the park.
Exactly. Another example is I love reading novels because they immerse me in different worlds.
First person makes stories feel very personal.
It does. Next is unreliable narrator. This means the narrator is not always truthful.
So, he's an unreliable narrator because he exaggerates events.
Perfect. And another example. The story is told by an unreliable narrator, leaving readers questioning the truth.
Unreliable narrator adds complexity to a story.
Yes. Now, omniscient. An omniscient narrator knows everything about the characters.
He is omniscient, detailing every character's thoughts and feelings.
Exactly. Another example could be the omniscient narrator reveals secrets that the characters don't even know.
Omniscient truly gives a broad view.
And finally, stream of consciousness. It captures thoughts as they flow naturally.
Her thoughts were a stream of consciousness as she wondered about life.
Great. Another example. The character's stream of consciousness revealed their inner fears and desires.
Stream of consciousness really brings us closer to the character.
Absolutely. Now, let's move on to the review section.
I'm excited.
Okay. Question 1. What is a first-person narrative?
It's a narrative using I and sharing personal experiences.
Great. Number 2. Why might a narrator be considered unreliable?
Because they do not tell the full truth or may exaggerate.
Exactly. Question 3. In what way does an omniscient narrator help a story?
They provide insight into all characters' thoughts and backgrounds.
Very good. Question 4. What does stream of consciousness mean?
It reflects a character's thoughts in a continuous flow.
Perfect. And finally, question 5. Can a story have both reliable and unreliable narrators?
Yes, it can create intrigue and complexity for the reader.
Well done, Jake. You've grasped these concepts beautifully.
Thanks, Emma. I loved discussing these perspectives.
I'm glad. For our next lesson, we will focus on creating character development in storytelling.
That sounds like a fantastic topic. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. See you then.
See you.